Don't make your thumbnail using what's actually within your video. Instead, make your thumbnail entirely from scratch. For example, can you see the problem with making this thumbnail? Imagine trying to take this photo in real life. The plane and basketballs would be way too small, so instead the thumbnail is made entirely from scratch. Now, look at this thumbnail. Is this showing what literally happens in the video? No, not exactly. Instead, this image is representing what happens in the video. That way, it could also include Mr. Beast's face, which made a big difference to include. And same with this video. I haven't watched it yet, but I sincerely doubt that the creator wears a pacifier in the actual video. But the pacifier in the thumbnail communicates the message far better than restricting the thumbnail to only include literal things about the video. Now, there's 25 more clickbait tactics that each of them apply to most types of videos. You should never make a video without knowing all these tactics and finding ways to apply them, because if you have a video idea where you can't figure out how to apply these tactics to the title and thumbnail, then you're never going to get someone to even watch the video in the first place. So these clickbait tactics also serve as the criteria for a good video idea. And the best creators have mastered each and every one of these. And in the next 20 minutes or so, you're going to know all of them as well. Number 2, depict something alarming in your thumbnail to exploit the bias that immediate attention has towards danger. For example, this thumbnail shows police and a guy looking scared, which is an alarming and therefore attention-grabbing scene. Number 3, look special. Novelty gives the sense that the audience will get something new from your video. For example, both of these videos are promising they'll teach you something new to help you reach your goals. And that promise is far more believable because the thumbnails have unique art styles, which gives the impression of unique information as well. Number 4, maximize the brightness contrast in your thumbnail to make it stand out more. For example, in this thumbnail, imagine if the guy was wearing a light gray puffer instead of a black one. He would be completely blended in with the background. And in this thumbnail, why do you think the creator chose a white background? Think about if the background was a dark background. Obviously, it wouldn't nearly have as much contrast. Number 5, show something or someone that a lot of people are familiar with because our immediate attention has a bias towards what we recognize. Check this out. The creator had just 5,000 subs, but got nearly 500,000 views from talking about confidence, which is an extremely saturated topic. And guess what? The emoji in the thumbnail is one of the main reasons that this video took off. But how can an emoji be that powerful? Well, on someone's YouTube homepage, most people will immediately recognize the emoji in the thumbnail and therefore look at this thumbnail and title first before looking at any of the others. So if this title and thumbnail gets them to click, then they'll have clicked this video before even looking at the other stuff recommended to them. Therefore, people noticing your title and thumbnail before they notice anyone else's is the most pivotal advantage that your video can have. So that makes this the most important thing as a YouTuber to get right. So 8 of the tactics that I'm sharing with you today are about just that. And obviously, I've spread them out evenly throughout this video to incentivize you to watch the whole thing. Number 6, suggest that the viewer either currently is or is at risk of making a mistake or getting into some sort of danger. This makes them fear missing out on the info that's in your video. For example, this video's title states, "If they do this, you're being manipulated," which makes you want to know what to look out for to avoid being manipulated. So get people scared, and the antidote is to watch your video. This is also a great example of the next tactic. Also, by the way, when you're just watching YouTube, you should be aware of these tactics, so that way you can make more intentional viewing choices. Tactic 7. Rather than describing your entire video in the title and thumbnail, focus on communicating the 1 or 2 most intriguing parts of your video. Notice how the title and thumbnail is not communicating what the video is, but rather it's communicating what makes the video interesting. Now try to see the same tactic in the next example. Now, do you think the video spends 40 minutes only talking about chairs? No. The video is just getting attention by offering the one thing, in this case, the question here in the title, that's the most intriguing thing to the broadest audience. Then, once everyone's interested already, the video introduces more hooks to continue the conversation into other subject areas. You see, if you're trying to get as many people as possible interested in a 40-minute discussion about, say, philosophy, do you think that the best way to start that conversation is to describe what you want to spend 40 minutes talking about? Or do you think it's best to put in your title and thumbnail the one concept that will get as broad of an audience's attention as possible? Number 8, your thumbnail should be intriguing and make sense before someone reads the title. Look at this thumbnail. Can you tell how it applies this tactic? People usually see your thumbnail before they then read the title and then watch the video. So what you want to do is you want to show the most interesting thing your video has to offer in the thumbnail, so your thumbnail is intriguing people before they even read the title. In fact, aim to make your thumbnail convincing enough to watch your video without even needing to read the title. Number 9, make it so simple that someone can scan it for just 1 second and know precisely what it is. Here's just 3 of the countless examples of well-performing videos having super simple thumbnails. Simplicity is crucial because just like it's hard to find something in a cluttered room, a cluttered thumbnail hides any single element from popping out. Also, if the reason to watch your video requires the audience to think about it, then your title and thumbnail won't get the attention of all the people who went to YouTube for effortless entertainment. And more importantly, when you're using YouTube on your mobile device, then after just 1 second of not scrolling, the video automatically begins playing. So your thumbnail really has exactly 1 second to get its point across. Number 10, maximize the color contrast in your thumbnail to make it stand out more. Do you think the decision for the creator here to wear a bright orange coat was not intentional? Of course it was intentional. Every color, every saturation level, and every brightness level must be thoroughly considered to find out the best way to maximize color contrast. Number 11, suggest someone is hiding a secret to create curiosity. This title says what Sam Altman doesn't want you to know, which suggests that he's hiding a secret. And same with this next thumbnail. The thumbnail text, "Who is he really?" suggests that Trump has secrets. So think about what secrets that you know. What uncommon knowledge do you have? Or what things can you research that you think there might be more beneath the surface? By the way, if you've been wondering how I got all these examples, I used Vimeo. Vimeo's been my go-to tool for finding outliers to study, for researching my niche, and just in general getting inspiration and learning more about YouTube. And if you sign up with my link, then you get a special video from me walking you step by step through my process to use it to grow my channel. Number 12, suggest that you can help the viewer reach their goals or alleviate their pain points. For example, this title is really good. Can you see why? It not only suggests that the video will help you reach your goals, but he also uses that 5th tactic by suggesting that you're currently making a mistake in the way that you eat. Number 13, give an accurate stylistic impression of your video to suggest that your video has that experience that people desire. For example, this video faced a critical challenge that most documentary videos face. Your video is sharing a story on a topic that most people haven't even heard of before. Or if people have heard of it before, then you're dealing with a highly saturated topic. So here, the only way to make this title and thumbnail clickable is to create trust in your video being a good experience to watch. The art style of the thumbnail plays the largest role in creating trust for this type of video. So the very stylized artistic thumbnail here was extremely significant. Number 14. Your title and thumbnail always must be perfectly clear. It can never at all be confusing. For example, in this title and thumbnail, it's a very simple thumbnail, and then the title is the problem with this humanoid robot. So rather than the creator muddying the waters with sharing a bunch of details about the problem or about the robot, instead the creator kept things clear by keeping it simple. You see, clarity is the foundation for every other tactic actually working. Any sort of confusion at all washes away everything else. So aim for clarity with uncertainty, which, if you're wondering the difference, then write this down. Clarity is, I know what's happening. Uncertainty is, I don't know what'll happen next. And confusion is, I don't know what's happening. Number 15. Develop a mystery, a sense of wonder to incite curiosity and the desire to explore. Share something thought-provoking. For example, this video asks a thought-provoking question. Is your red the same as my red? Which offers a mystery to explore. Or check this one out. What's the mystery here? The mystery is, why are these theme parks rated just 1 star? So the video is about exploring them. Additionally, the thumbnail does an excellent job at giving you something tangible to wonder about, right? It says, don't try the yellow slide. And of course we see Ryan on it. Number 16, frame the ordinary as extraordinary. Think about this title and thumbnail some more. The video is about going to theme parks with low ratings. So how has the title and thumbnail presented that concept in the most interesting way possible? Look at the word choice. I tested 1-star theme parks. I guarantee that that was not the first word that the creator thought to use, but instead came from some considerable time seeking the best synonym. Number 17, promise a spectacle to create FOMO. For example, this video is entirely about a spectacle, a hilariously overpowered Beyblade. But can you see what makes the thumbnail so genius? Around the Beyblade, there's these torn apart mannequins, and if you look closer, you'll read the text, speed of sound. Both of these elements were very deliberate and thought out inclusions because they significantly increase your expectations for what will happen in the video. Number 18. Develop a puzzle with a piece clearly missing to create curiosity. These 2 videos here, I want you to go ahead and read the titles. I guess it was a scam all along, and it's getting out of control and getting worse. These videos are both presenting a puzzle with a painfully missing piece, which makes you really want to click to find out what that is. The result is there's such an obvious question to ask about both of these videos. But tell me, what makes the missing piece of the puzzle actually feel important to know about? Think about it. Both of these videos are about something alarming. It's about a scam and something out of control and getting worse. So therefore it feels important. You see, this tactic typically only works when you make that missing puzzle piece feel important. Here's what it looks like when the missing puzzle piece doesn't feel important. Unless you already care about the Apple Vision Pro, this video won't get you very intrigued. Generally though, always look for how you can get viewers to instantly recognize that there's something missing. Number 19. Challenge beliefs or suggest that viewers are misinformed. For example, looking at this, you initially see a big dollar figure in the thumbnail, and then you're told in the title that there's a reason you don't trust tap water. The impression you get is that there's some conspiracy which has misled you, incentivizing you to watch the video to learn the truth of things. Here's another example. Actually, maybe there's only one game of tic-tac-toe? Not only is this an excellent example of using the recognition bias and simplicity in the thumbnail, but it also is strongly challenging a very commonly held belief. It's no wonder that this video performed nearly 400 times better than that creator's typical video performance. Number 20. Leverage the trust people have in a brand, whether it's yours or someone else's, to create trust that your video is going to deliver on its promises. A brand also captures attention through that recognition bias. For example, Alex Hormozi includes his face in pretty much all of his thumbnails because it leverages the recognition and trust that his face has. And look at this video. Take a second to see how it applies here. From its core, with just the very video idea itself, it leveraged a brand association to significantly increase people's trust in the video's information being helpful. Can you see how? I hope it's obvious. Just anyone who's familiar with Tommy Shelby, the character, will recognize his face, so see the thumbnail, and then also associate Tommy Shelby's personality with the lessons within the video. Number 21, share the proof, the evidence, the facts that you and your video are worth the audience's time. For example, this title, How to Fall Asleep in 2 Minutes, is a bold promise, but it's backed up by the phrase military technique, which is a form of brand association to increase trust. Now, can you see how this title here creates trust? It shares why she's worth listening to about the subject, so therefore you trust that you'll learn something helpful by watching this video. Number 22. Introduce an unsolved problem to create curiosity and a desire to see it solved. For example, look at this video's title and thumbnail. Frogs keep drowning themselves in my pool. It presents this problem that is sad and surprising, so you want to see it solved. So for your channel, keep an eye out for those everyday problems and mysteries that you can make a video about. Number 23, share something surprising or counterintuitive to create curiosity. Thumbnail text is surprising and it's counterintuitive, so notice how that pairing makes you curious. And then check this one out, exposing why farmers can't legally replant their own seeds. This is sharing something counterintuitive, so you want to learn what's happening beneath the surface. Number 24, include a facial expression that's clearly reacting to something to cause curiosity over what they're reacting to, and also facial expressions create strong emotional expectations for the emotion someone can expect from your video. So take a look at these two expressions, and you'll see that shock and fear are the most commonly used expressions because they have been simply found to be the most effective at getting attention. But why do you think that is? Why do you think a shocked or scared expression works the best? It's because those expressions are most obviously a reaction to something extraordinary or important. When you see one of those facial expressions, you simply crave to know what they're reacting to, getting you to look longer at their thumbnail and then also read the title. Number 25, show a situation with an unknown before or after to create curiosity. For example, look at this thumbnail. It depicts an alarming situation. You can see there's Ryan with someone behind him in the window. So I doubt this situation was in the actual video, but it does get you quite curious. Number 26, make people think there is no freaking way. Look at these two Mr. Beast videos, fidget spinner versus face, and cutting a table with plastic knives. So Mr. Beast, he still does this exact same tactic today, but instead with millions of dollars at his disposal. But this is what he was doing 10 years ago as a broke college dropout as well, and getting millions of views for it. You see, you don't need money to go viral, you just need to do something extraordinary.